Yeah. The biggest thing you don't show. Everywhere you don't show. Let me mess up.
Leveraging the Igbo business mentoring model in raising successful entrepreneurs. Before I go on, I would like to find out if you are familiar with this name, Tony Elumelu of the Tony Elumelu Foundation, and also the founder of the United Bank of Africa, who is worth over $1 billion. What about Pascal Dozie of Diamond Bank, Osmos Maduka of the Coast-Irish Group, Innocent Chukwuma of the Innocent Motors? We also have the likes of Leo Stan. Okay, these names that I've mentioned are powerful, successful entrepreneurs that this business model of the Igbos have vetted today. I sit here today to explore the rich tapestry of the Igbo business mentoring model, which is dated far back as pre-colonial eras and has trickled down from generation to generation, even down to today. Now, what is this Igbo business mentoring model? It's also referred to as the Igbo boy apprenticeship model. Now, this is how it works. You find a master who picks up an apprentice. Now, this apprentice turns out to be a teenager who is picked up, and then he learns a craft from his master. He's also privileged to stay under the roof of his master for a period of say 5 to 7 years. During this stay, he leverages on learning the business skills and ethics and strategies of this particular craft, such that in the long run, he is also able to become a master of this craft, able to set up his own business, and not just that, also be able to continue this same tradition. Now, something interesting about the Igbo apprenticeship model is that beyond just having hands-on experience of that skill or craft, the culture of the Igbos are transferred by his master to this apprentice. Also, the very important value of community development, of always being your own brother's keeper. It does happen that even when you have become a successful entrepreneur, it doesn't stop there. You are also expected to help others too, to be able to stand on their own ground by teaching them these crafts too that you've also learned. Gavlet. Okay, you say they want to convert 100,000 naira worth of airtime to cash. Okay, and tell them to log on to the website now, www.kiakia.com.ng. 100,000 naira is a small thing for pay with Kiakia now. You know these things. I'm currently shooting a video. Okay, we'll talk later. Now, one interesting thing is this. At the end of the service of this apprenticeship, his master, he doesn't just let him go, but is also able to help him set up his own business, making provision of sort of a venture capital for him. In fact, I find this very interesting because the National Bureau of Statistics says that about 53% of Nigerian youths are unemployed today, and most of these Nigerian youths are educated. Imagine having spent 4, 5, 6 years in Western education, and then there are little or no jobs available for you to pick up. When something works well, some values in it can be adopted and be used to also grow the economy. And my own thought is that the values that have worked for the Igbo boy apprenticeship model can also be adopted by the Nigerian ecosystem. This can be taught in schools and also be implemented in ways such that entrepreneurs can be birthed. Now, one also interesting thing about this model is that it builds the spirit of resilience in entrepreneurs. It fosters the spirit of a never give up attitude, because you definitely want to succeed. And so the intricacies of starting a business and not giving up at some point, ensuring that you see that this business grows despite the turbulent terrains of business. These skills are also taught to these apprentices. The report of a Tautian University in July 2019 says that this apprenticeship model has produced more millionaires and billionaires than that the Nigerian educational system has ever produced. I want to use this opportunity to commend the great work of the Hero Lager Bears. I see the great work that they do in promoting this one boy or Igbo boy apprenticeship model, in ensuring that the Igbo culture is passed on from generation to generation. One of the interesting things they do is provision of scene folding about 100 million for these Igbo boys to be able to grow their businesses when they are done with their service. Now, moving forward is a passing thought to think about. Imagine that this Igbo boy apprenticeship model is strict, refined, or modernized. Imagine that a master who sells tire in Nnewi, for example, his apprentice is able to leverage on search engine optimization. He understands how digital tools can be used in bookkeeping. He's able to run social media ads for his oga's business, exposing his oga's business to newer markets. He understands what it means to pitch a business. Or this as the line that the Igbo boy apprenticeship model should be looking at. It can be adopted, it can be refined, it can be modernized, it can be digitalized, such that it becomes our own pride. A Harvard Business Report was once made on this Igbo apprenticeship model, and so far research has shown that it is a commendable one. The Igbos will say that Odogu Aburogainem. I end with this, my kinsman.